Awesome. Steve, Christopher, Bryce, Chris, how are you guys doing?
Good. Very good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Great.
I'm glad to finally be
Good to
able to
see
attend
you.
one of your events. You're doing it a good time of day, so and a good day of week. Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to keep it on Saturdays. Apparently today is Valentine's Day, and we
I
all know it,
know. But
right?
this is okay at this hour at least, where I'm located. I'm located in the US, so yeah.
Where in US are you?
In Dallas, Texas.
Dallas. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dallas is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're in
Thank you.
India, right? Y'all are in India?
Right now I'm in India, but I live in Sunnyvale and SF basically.
Oh, really? Okay. I used to
This
live
meeting is
there.
being recorded.
I used to live there.
Oh
Well,
wow.
I'm
Uh,
excited I was one of your first people that bought your tool on AppSumo the first time it went on.
yeah.
And
Yes.
I bought the top tier, but I just haven't, I know because the tool was kind of it was immature starting out, so and I didn't have a lot of time to spend with it, but now I'm starting to have more time to spend with it. So I'm
That's
excited.
amazing.
I'm excited
Yes.
to put it
Thank
through
you
the
so much for
paces.
having that trust and really excited to
Yeah.
explore more for sure.
Oh, absolutely. So I applied
And
for
I love
your
your
early
podcast.
beta program too. So hopefully,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there is a new alpha program that we came, and then we'll also today in the session we'll also talk about some sneak peek of the new features that are gonna come in the next few days. So we technically only drop sneak peeks in this webinar. That's it.
Okay.
Right? We don't drop sneak peeks anywhere else. We don't like once the feature is live, after that we announce at different places. But
Mm,
sneak peeks we can give in this webinar.
okay. Okay, great.
What about others? Where are you guys joining in from? So, unfortunately, not anymore because we've partnership with AppSumo and the deal is off, so we can't do
Yeah, and
that.
the and I can speak to that too because I paid and then I waited for 9 months before ever doing anything with it, right? So it was a fair deal in the sense that the product is you've built up the product a lot more, right? So I can totally understand you not doing the deal anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, and so you guys from NYC, Austin, a lot of Texas people.
Yeah.
What about others? Anyone from outside US?
Get it, baby.
Wha- Oh, where are you from? Washington. We'll give 2 more minutes and then we can get started. We'll also record this and send this out later on, so that's totally fine. But if by any chance you guys can turn on the videos, would love to definitely see you guys. And we won't talk to you. So we can give monthly programs, but we won't be able to give lifetime deals because that's the contract with AppSumo. So we can't do lifetime deals outside AppSumo as of right now. I think it'll take a year or so, a year or two, or whatever. And after that, maybe we can do it, but not right now. Haley, nice setup. Do you do
Hey,
podcast?
Shubham. How's it going, man? No.
Okay, cool. So I think it's 33, so we'll just give 1 more minute. But in the meantime, I think in today's meeting we'll have I'll just go through the agenda real quick. We'll walk through a little bit of task management tools and why do we think it's important. That's one of the first tools that I built when I was playing on with any vibe coding thing. Uh, and we'll go through why is it important to create your own, and of course look into we are what all is new in Greta. Will you send the record? Yes, you'll get the recordings. You'll also get the code of the final app. Um, you'll get all the required details over an email probably. Yeah. I know a lot of people actually pinged me that Valentine's Day, Valentine weekend, we have plans. Can you please record it? I'm like, yeah, 100% it'll be recorded. I don't want to get beaten up by your wife or your girlfriend. So please go ahead with those plans. Um, so first of all, thank you so much everyone for joining on Feb 14th. I'll hand it over to Hiteshi from our team to kick us off, and then we can go from there.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Um, Thank you for joining this webinar despite it being Valentine's Day, and a very happy Valentine's Day to everyone. As you all know, today's topic is how to build a task management tool like Jira within minutes. Uh, we're going to show you how you can, instead of paying for big enterprises like Jira and Asana, how you can build your own task management tool with features that you really need instead of ignoring features that they already provide. And by the end, like Shivam mentioned, we will also talk about few exciting stuff that are coming up in next 1 to 2 or 3 weeks, and you will be the first people to get to know about those topics as well. And yes, the speakers for today is Shubham, of course, the founder of Greta AI, and Pankaj. He's a developer and he'll be giving us a demo of how to build your own task management tool. And I think with that, I think Shubham can take up the further slides. He can really talk about few task management tools and why it's really necessary to build your own. Yeah.
Yeah. So hi everyone. As Hiteshi already mentioned, I've been in the deep of building product for a long time. I worked at LinkedIn, Amazon, and a bunch of big tech companies for a decade. And I've played with all different kinds of task management tools, whether it is for my own personal projects, for my own startup, or even for our startup, we built our own rather than using something else. And we can give you a sneak peek of that as well. But one of the most important things that I realized and what I have asked and worked with a lot of people is that some of the tools are too complex. Like for example, Jira, or like some of them are too complex. If I have a 3 people team, 5 people team, some of them are contractors, or if I'm a solopreneur and or two founders working together, they're too complex. Sometimes they're too expensive, and it's actually not built for how small teams actually work, right? it it's a lot of sprint that you have to go very aggressive. It probably does not include a lot of planning like how big tech companies do. um, and that's why what we believe is that every person or every team need to create their own set of the right set of task management tool, and it would look completely different according to you. You don't need to adjust according to the tool in this day and age should adjust according to what your preferences are. Next slide please. And that's why we are covering all of these things, like what is a task management tool, types, what are the problems, and we're going to build it, and then what all is new in Greta, and we'll go through that as well. So a task management tool is as simple as a place, the way that I see it, a place where you can organize all the different tasks at one place, prioritize what needs to be done today and tomorrow and as soon as possible, right? And then handle the entire team, right? The most important thing is being able to meet deadlines, being able to move fast, especially for solo builders and agencies and small teams. And that's what we are catering towards more in this. If let's say you, next slide please, if let's say you start using the tools today like Jira, Asana, ClickUp, Linear, Trello, a lot of these tools, per person it might end up costing you a bunch of those. Yeah, some of these you might get free tiers and this and that, but eventually it'll end up costing you this much per person annually. And the Other tools basically that people end up using, like I used to use with my marketing team earlier, was spreadsheets and a bunch of like, Notion docs and stuff. it it's like you'll lose it so fast that you'll not even realize what information was it. So that's why what we are like, why not build something of our own, right? Which works across all the different functions, all the different hands in the small team that we have. And these are the problems with existing tools, which we just talked about. Too many things going on. You might need too many integrations. Maybe you want it in Slack, maybe you want something in WhatsApp, maybe you want something in text message, and it just gets too much. You might have to pay more. Sometimes there are 90% of the features that are not being used, hard to customize. So what is the right next step in this day and age? Let's quickly build it. So that's what we are going to do real quick, and directly jumping on uh, to giving it to Pankaj from the team. He leads a lot of development at Greta as well, and he's going to quickly show us uh, what uh, how we can build it. And he's also going to give a sneak peek of one of the features that we are going to launch soon. It will come to alpha users first and then beta, and that's why if some of you have not joined alpha program, please go and join that one. Alpha is one step beyond beta, so a lot of people are like, we have a few hundred people in beta, but alpha will be like very handpicked, like a dozen or so. So the feature that he'll demo right now is going to be there, which is Greta backend. So you can create backend code, deploy it on different things like Vercel or whatever, and then give that back into Greta frontend using MongoDB and stuff like that. So Pankaj, over to you.
Thank you, Sean. Hi everyone, my name is Pankaj Vasist, and today I'll show you how we can build a full stack app using Greta. So like already we have built the apps using Superbase. So I'll show you how we can build it using Node.js. We just share my
Yeah.
screen.
In the last webinar, we chose to use Superbase. In this webinar, we are like, let's spin it up. Let's try to use our own backend system and then MongoDB and stuff. In the next one,
Yeah.
we'll have another surprise for you guys.
Yeah, so I've already pasted the prompt, so I'll start building it and also show what the prompt is. So, okay, sorry, share it. Yeah. So basically, this is the prompt that I have pasted. Basically, build a Node.js Express app, like Jira team collaboration app. So basically, in this, we are using Express server, MongoDB, with Mongo's JWT authentication and bicrypt for hashing passwords. So like, so whenever user type any password, it should be added with hash. So the real password cannot be seen by others in the database. So, so these are some of the features that right now it is building, like sign up, login, and then create organization, joining existing organization with the invite code and organization. After this, we have team management system. User can invite anyone to the invite members using email, and then we have this I have already created external API through which we can like send email to using this API we can send emails to invite users. Yeah.
So basically, the entire prompt that he generated using ChatGPT plus discussion mode, because we want to build this app within 5-10 minutes, we actually took the entire prompt of the entire application with all the features that we wanted and gave it to Greta at once. Ideally, we shouldn't do that. Ideally, we should go incremental so that Greta is able to understand and work on each feature the best, but in interest of time, I think it's good we can go ahead and start implementing that. So
So yeah. So right now, like we have just the first step is just building the backend. So I think the backend is I can see the front. There is nothing in front end. So like the backend is now the second part is how we can deploy this backend to our own server. So just go to project setting. I uh, deploy this app on GitHub.
how many of you guys don't know about GitHub? Okay, perfect. Okay, everyone knows. So yeah, it's as simple as pushing on GitHub.
Yes. Just I just yeah. So this is the app that is uh, uh, pushed on GitHub now. I'll connect this app on Vercel and deploy it in Vercel. So this is basically a real backend. So there is a backend folder which is created by Greta. So we can see that this is a folder. Now we have to target this folder to deploy on Vercel. So this is my Vercel dashboard. Anyone can log in with a GitHub account to Vercel. Now I already
We
have
can't
bunch
see
of
your
projects.
Vercel dashboard. Pankaj, we
Okay,
can't see the
yeah,
Vercel.
sorry. Yeah, so this is the Vercel dashboard. So I click, basically when you log in, you will see this kind of dashboard. When you click on add new and click on projects, so this app just, I can see that it's just a few seconds ago is imported, created. Now I'll just import this app. So basically, our backend is located in the backend folder, not in the root directory. When I click on this edit button, I can see that the backend is located here. Now I'll click on continue and it automatically do that this is an express server. Now I'll add my environment variables. I check on Greta that what are my environment variables. So I'll go to my code and in backend folder
I'll
I will
pause a
see
little
my
bit. I'll pause for a second. Just quick thing. What he did so far, a quick summary, is he created just the backend by giving all the details of what we want. Greta was able to create the backend code in Node.js. Then he deployed the Node.js on Vercel. Vercel, Netlify, you can deploy it anywhere. And then now what he's doing is he's connecting the Vercel backend that he deployed to MongoDB by putting the Mongo URL in environment variables. Any
I see.
questions?
So you're not using Supabase here. You're using a Mongo backend.
Correct. We are
Oh,
using MongoDB and Node.js backend that Greta wrote itself.
wow. Okay, this is very cool. It's good to know that they're in MongoDB is open source, right?
I mean, you can, yes,
Well, I
you
guess
can.
the question is MongoDB is also a NoSQL database, isn't it?
It is NoSQL, yes.
Okay, so that's interesting. There's, if I would love to have a discussion about all the different types of applications that Greta could build because, like right now, I'm just finishing up a Supabase backend, and obviously that's Postgre SQL, and anyway, yeah. So there's how do I learn about everything that all the different possibilities? Um,
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll definitely answer that right after the demo. I do
okay,
have an answer for that.
okay.
Cool. So Pankaj, please go ahead.
so we can see like the backend is deployed. Just I've put my environment variables there, and I get the backend link, and we can verify that that Jira API is running that we have made. Now I'll do one thing. I'll just copy this API and come to Greta. And basically, I'll ask Greta to like just. I've already have a prompt.
We can't see it. We can't see. we only see Jira APIs running thing.
Yeah. So basically, now I'm saying that like our backend is now fully. Uh, uh, I want like Greta to understand my backend. So we need to build a front end based on this app, basically a task management app. Our Versal backend is deployed on this server. So I'm giving you the server link to this, and use this link as a backend URL. And please make sure to import all the necessary libraries and do not introduce any errors. So I'm just pasting this.
Can't see the screen. We only see Jira APIs running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, I just added this prompt, like our backend is fully deployed and on this server, and now understand my current app and make a front end from it. So yeah, so first, like because right now it's building it, so I'll quickly show what MongoDB is, and also take you there. Just open MongoDB. So basically, MongoDB is a database. Uh, Unlike Superbase, basically Superbase gives their own API to use their servers, but MongoDB is very different. Basically, it's a raw database, and you can build your own things. Like you can run MongoDB on Python on any app, on any backend services, and you can just. So once you log into MongoDB, you will see there is already a one cluster. Uh, when you click on Browse Collection, so yeah, you will see all. This is my like uh, personal backend. So I'll just
So in the
right now
meantime,
it's
he's
loading.
doing it.
Yeah.
I'll give a quick two-line plugin here as well. So what he did, he went to MongoDB, which stores data. It just stores data. It has tables, stores all the data. Now he's going there, getting the URL of this MongoDB, a secret URL, putting it in environment variable so that the backend that we created, the Node.js backend code that we created, can now access the database. So we have the backend layer, we have the database connected, and now we asked Greta to build front end on top of that backend. Please go ahead, Pankaj.
Yeah. So right now I can see that I give the name to the database that Jira. So I can see that yeah. So backend is deployed, and I can see that one collection, user collection, but there is no data because we have not uh, created any users there. So I'll also go through that. I have created one similar app today as well.
So,
So till that is thing,
real quick question. So at this point, we've connected the database through the environmental variables, and then all we have right
yes.
in the database is just a users table. We don't have the other schema because we're going to create the other schema when we create the app, right?
The AI will create it.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically the scheme. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have like nothing there. So basically, AI already created that schema in our backend code, and once we like start creating any users, then we can see that table there in the database. So yeah, I'll just share my screen. I can see that the app is basically running now. I'll try to sign up first. Okay. I'll just add any password, and the maybe the organization name is Greta. I create the account. Yeah. So now the account is created. Now I'll just quickly check that I have the uh, user here or not. So basically this, yeah, I can see that I can see my okay, I'll share the MongoDB. So this is my name. This is basically the password in hash form. So anyone cannot like see that what I have pasted the password. So basically it's encrypted password, and also see the organization that we have created. So uh, also this so basically I'm logged now. I'll just try some feature that it's working or not. So I'll go to task management. So because there is no task, so first I'll try to invite any member to this. So I'll use my different email. I'll send the invite to this email. Okay, so invitation is sent. I'll just try to log in with that app first because I have running different backend. I'll just the uh, post the code so it have all the changes here because Bursal is also being deployed on different servers. So I'll
Pankaj,
just
you're cutting up a little bit for me. But if he's cutting up a little bit for you guys as well, what he's trying to do, because he there were a few changes. Every time you make a change in the back end or the front end, he's just pushing it to GitHub. And the reason for that is so that wherever the app is deployed, it automatically takes in um, the new changes and the backend is updated and everything is updated. Does it make sense? Yeah, perfect. At any point in time, please feel free to ask any questions and I'll keep plugging myself in to make sure that we are clear on things.
now because I have logged into different account here. I am logged in from at my Velos email. So I'll see that already there is one organization that is there, which is created my different account, different user account. So, and if I add any task here and save it, yeah, I can see that. Okay, just refresh it. Yeah, now I can see that I have the user and I can save the task now. Yeah, the task is saved, and I will also verify that with my different account that the task that user created should also see me. So this is my different email. Yeah, so I can also see that task is here. So basically, this is an organization created by this user,
Can we
and
see
all that.
the other account as well? Actually, we only see the Velos account. Can
Yes,
we see? Okay.
yes, this is the different. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We
So
trust you.
yeah. So I'll right now I can see. Okay, so this also is running, dashboard is running, but now let's create some better front end. So I'll just go to maybe
So
dashboard.
as you can see, in the meantime, the basic stuff is working and Pankaj shared the new screen. So basic stuff is working. What he's trying to do now is trying to do something cooler. He's trying to take a screenshot from Dribble or anywhere of a cool dashboard that we would want, right? And then paste that screenshot in Greta and asking Greta to actually build something similar to that. Has anyone tried this screenshot feature before?
No, I would love to, and I was going to say, um, one of the things I feel is a big weakness with a lot of the AI dev tools is it just feels like the UI is not, I would say it's not inviting. It's not, I mean, I'm very picky about UI stuff. I'm not a designer, but I'm a product manager, and um, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement on a lot of the UIs that I see that the AI, has developed.
I think that definitely makes sense. I think for the first prompt, we have done a lot of optimizations.
Hmm.
And I think the UI that Greta generates in general, from what I've heard from like a couple dozen users, the UI is a bit probably much better than a lot of the competitors. I would like you to go ahead and try the first UI and ask it to, make it 3D, animated, modern. You can
Hmm.
ask a lot of those things, and I
Yeah,
think it probably would give you interesting results because we have done a bunch of those modifications.
good.
Or if not that, try the screenshot feature. I think some of you guys have already tried it, which is great. So like take screenshot from Dribble or from anywhere that you like and ask it to replicate some of it.
Awesome.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to using it more. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm a big design freak as well, so I totally understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Um, and especially, so I did a bunch of PM at LinkedIn as well, and it is always really hard to get through to developers or designers what we want. So totally hear you on that.
Yeah. So then I'll show the all the like now we have created team as well. So I'll check verify that. Okay. So the I can see all the data is here. Just go to
You
cluster.
Are you trying to show the
We
MongoDB?
refresh it. Yes. Basically, I've
We
created a task that I
we
can
can't see
verify that.
MongoDB.
Yeah.
We only see Greta's screen.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the organization that it created during login, and this is the task that user created that we created here. So we can see the task as well. So now I'll just go to it. Then I'll also show the that UI that I have also created today as well in the morning when I was trying this. So I'll show you something comes here. Yeah. So this is the basically is the app that I've created. So now if we basically I can see that couple of tasks. We can create a task. We can assign this task to a different person to this person, and we can add as many users as we want, and then we can add any comments. So just like currently I am completed my 50% work. With once. So yeah, so we can also add comments as well. So that to show that the task we can add sprint point here, that how much sprint point that the task takes. We have the sprint planning. So basically this the current sprint and the sprint generated automatically. So once we get to the next week, we will get the next week's sprint, and then these are the some of the analytics that that particular user have. So basically, this user are taking 10 sprint points, so we can see, and this user is the green user is taking 2 sprint points. So that's and yeah. So yeah, now
Yeah, I
I'll
think this
go
is
to
similar to
so
what
basically,
a little bit
yeah.
similar to what we
So
use within our company as well.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now we have given the screenshot to this Greta to build something similar to this, and now like it's created this. Now I'll check everything that all the tasks. Okay, okay, this is the team feature, and this is basically adding organizations. Now I'll ask him to add emails as well. So
What do you mean? Ask him to add emails. Oh, call requests.
basically when I invite any user, so that user should be notified.
Okay. So, Pankaj,
Also that part that Kanban board, I think this is a little bit not good. So I'll ask Greta that like, fix this. This is not looking good. So I'll just paste the screenshot here. So I've added this. Now it will start building it. Yes. In the meantime, anyone have any related to MongoDB, Vercel, or how we can also deploy. And also we will I'll show some of the thing in Vercel dashboard as well. So where we can see logs and those things. So when we click on any logs, so we can see we will see an API call. So I can see this API is slash organization number API hit, that task API is been hit. We can see that it's saying MongoDB is connected. So all of this we can see. So when this API fails, we will see this that 500 internal server error. Yeah. If if we add any environment variable later, so we just go to settings, and then after going to settings, we can add our environment variables here as well.
Okay. Everyone understand what environment variables are and why they are needed? Okay, perfect, perfect. And everyone knows that we have it in project settings, in environment code. You can put it anywhere, but yeah, okay. Okay, good. So in the meantime, this is happening. I see one question in the chat, but anyone has any other questions related to the demo, related to the project? Okay. So ideally, the way that I like to work with Greta is give it a lot of context and do one thing at a time so that we can get the maximum output one thing at a time. You can give it multiple things, but it's AI, right? Once you ask it to do a lot of things all at once or multiple things at once, it might get confused, right? So that's why I personally want it to be at a place where we give one thing at a time, right? And um, if I found one, include one screenshot, I have to build out. Does that answer your question, Lee?
So one question about that, like one thing at a time, you know, that one task could be either very high level or very specific. And if it's high level, that then you know it's going to have to do many different things to accomplish that. So do you have any guidance on at what level that one thing should be?
So I think one of the things that I personally like to think of it as that you're treating this as an intern, right?
Hmm.
Like, and the way that you'll tell your intern or your employee even is like, this is how I want things. I want step one this, step two this, screen one this, screen two this. So even if you want like two, three screen at once or whatever, I think it should be good. But if you want more detailing in each screen,
Mm,
right? Here, let's say if you want many more details, that create tasks should be this side. This is how the pop-up should be. Like if you want more detailing, you can do another prompt
I
there.
got you. Okay.
Uh, So it really depends because the code that it generates, the amount of code that it can generate is still gonna be more or less have a higher limit because of the backend AI models, right? But then it'll generate like the surface level stuff, and then
Yeah.
you'll have to go deeper into each thread.
I think Chris just had an excellent point because that's how I like to work with AI, you know, use discussion mode, right?
Correct.
Um, and yeah, I think that's very good.
Yeah, yeah. So discussion mode was another thing that people really wanted, and a lot of them were, trying to go to ChatGPT and trying to do something and then paste it here, and it was not really according to Greta. So that's why I think discussion mode is also good. Um, yeah, yeah. Yes. I mean, she's on point.
Well,
So
and another thing that is interesting is that, you know, I have this tool also bought on AppSumo. It's called Pretty Prompt. And there's a lot of depth to that tool. And they're building an integration to Greta. I don't know if you all know it or not, but they are. And they're going to release it soon, I think. So I'm going to be
Which
interested.
tool? Pretty bot.
It's called Pretty Prompt. It's basically, I mean, I could do a little demo of it if anyone wants to see it, but it's basically you can it's not that we can, I think most people I know can do a really good long prompt, right? And that's very specific, but it takes time. And so with this tool, I can just type a simple one sentence, and then I'll have Pretty Prompt enhance it, and I have this whole, robust prompt that is at least 90% of what I want. I can make quick changes to if there's something I don't like. Um, but yeah, so the point is that they have a lovable integration and they have a few other things, and they're building a Greta integration right now.
It's
So
nice. Yeah. But if they want to talk to me or anyone in the team, would be more than happy to
I will
support
tell
them.
them. I thought they did. I had thought they did, but I guess they haven't then. Okay.
I'll check with the team. Maybe they consulted with someone else.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was not aware of it.
Okay.
But yeah, Pankaj, go ahead, please. I know you've been wanting to demo this as well.
Yes. So basically, the last thing that we asked Greta to add an email feature. So when we invite any users, so then the invitation should be shared. So I can see that this is invited to Greta workspace. So I can see this email that I have received here. So yeah. So this is also working, and also I have asked one more thing that try to make this a pop-up better. So this is how we can add more features, like by doing back and forth and adding more feature. Now next part we can do like adding sprints, and then maybe a countdown or something like that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to like demo today. If
Cool.
like anyone have any thing related to about uh, Node.js, how we can also deploy our own servers on Vercel, or about MongoDB, so I'll be happy to explain that.
Thank you so much, Pankaj. Pankaj had 20 minutes. Um, I asked him to actually demo everything in 20 minutes. It took a little bit more, but I know it was in a hurry because we have limited time. Thank you so much for pulling it together and being able to add a lot of these features all in one place. And I wanted to pursue from here. So if you guys can see, this is basically our internal dash like task management tool that we created. It has sprints, it has sprint reports, like a bunch of those tasks and everything. Uh, it has different projects, all of this. So this is according to what I wanted, not on the basis of what, like, it does not have any other feature. This is exactly according to how I take my meetings, how I go through everyone's update, how I want to see the details, and not according to what tools are there and adjusting my process according to them. So
Thank you.
let me go through FAQs directly real quick. Uh, time for
Meanwhile, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but if there are any other topics that you want us to cover in next coming weeks, if there is something that you want us to build for the webinar, please drop in those in the comment section as well.
Yes, please. I think that is, thank you, Hiteshi, for plugging that in. Please help us help create better content, better webinars. So if you tell us what do you want to build, or what problems you are facing, or what would you ideally like, just think of it this way, that every time, like a lot of times when I'm doing things, I'm like, wait, why is there no software to handle this already? Why is there no AI to handle this already? Whether it is ordering my groceries or automatically understanding what I want to eat and order it every time before my lunch or dinner time, could be anything. You can go crazy. So, but please share that with us so that we can figure out the topic for next webinars, upcoming webinars as well. Okay. So really quickly going through the answers here for marketplace. I think time for sure, but the idea and the complexity, and you'll save a lot of tokens. You'll save so many tokens just by paying that $20. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Um, and offer LTD for PLGOs directly. That is an interesting. I think we'll have to wait for the contract to expire. Once the contract is done with AppSuma, I think we can do that, and I think that's a great idea. I do like that idea because AppSuma does end up taking a lot of money from us.
Mhm.
Larger context windows, and yeah, we are working on larger context windows as well in the current models. And what we are figuring out is how we can um, define that in terms of credits and pricing and things like that. But we are working on that. Can I fork components from my own projects? Yeah, you can go to, like, if you go to Greta right now, even right now, and you so the question is, can I fork uh, my own projects, right? So let's say if you go to Greta and then you click on UI components and you go here and create a UI component. Now that's what you can do. You create this UI component and you can use it in any of the projects that you want. And that is the reason why we actually had UI components, because a lot of us want to reuse a bunch of things across different projects.
If I had to that question, when the way I see this is that sometimes when you're building, the result that comes, you don't envisage it. So it's not like you already have created in the components. You create this amazing feature in the project you're working on, and you want to move that feature into another project, or you want to save that feature to reuse some other time.
I see. So you have already created that feature in one of the projects and you want to
Exactly.
take
And
part
sometimes
of it.
it's after it's several iterations, wasting tokens, and you don't want to repeat that same activity some other time, but you got it right this time, and you want to save it to reuse.
So so a part of it, not the full thing, right?
Yes, just part of it.
That's not there right now. That's the easy answer. It will be a little bit complex to create a UI component out of it, but let's see what we can do. That's an interesting point
Because
because
I
a
give an
UI,
example,
yeah,
for instance, something as simple as a toggle button, right?
yeah,
I spent a long time trying to get it right, right? The
yeah,
padding, the centering. I spent so much time using so many tokens, something so simple. And I don't want to repeat that same, activity and spend same, amount of tokens just trying to create something that simple in another project.
yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's a fair point. What I think can be doable is that extract the UI as a new component. I think that backend, I don't know how will we be able to do that because these UI components will have backends too, right? It just fully functional UI components can also be there. But I think that's a great point. I think what I'll do is we'll note it down. So Pankaj, if you can note it down. And this is something that let's include in our discussions and see how we can do it. Where are all the environment variables stored? Like uh, it's environment. So the way that it works is that all the environment variables are encrypted and stored in our database. But when you're deploying it, it'll never be used apart from that. But when you're deploying it, you'll actually have to put those environment variables on Netlify or Vercel. These could be integrated into marketplace too, finding perfect toggle button as you, huh? Yeah. So you can actually create, even if you go to marketplace, you can see in UI components, maybe people have pushed out some buttons and stuff like that. Let's see if I can show you actually. So wait, you guys can see Greta screen, right? So I clicked on UI components, I clicked on buttons category, and there are a bunch of buttons here. So like for example, this button, if I preview it, this button is just like this, right? And you can click on show examples and see how this will look like in different ways. So this is a UI component. You can just get it, right? Like how this will look. I also don't even know actually, but oh, just hover and stuff, and you can have different ways, different examples. So Yes, you can. In short, can we see the tutorials from Greta? Yeah, sure. So in the last webinar recording also, we used, Pankaj, we used no code backend or Superbase? We used no
Yes,
code
no
backend,
code, no code
right?
backend.
Yeah. So in the last webinar, we used no code backend. So in the first one we used Superbase, and the second one we used no code backend, and this one we used MongoDB with custom backend created by us. Yes, we'll send. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just send that link offline as well, and let me also double check if there is a tutorial video that is there. But NCV definitely has the tutorial video too, which I'll just we'll we can add it in the email, or maybe post it on general channel in Discord, something like that. Okay. What other questions? Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Now we are exactly at 1 hour mark, right? And I don't really want to take more of anyone's time, especially on Valentine's Day. Thanks for celebrating it with me and our team. It was really amazing to see and meet every one of you guys and build this together. Thank you guys.
Right.
Thank you so much. And really nice meeting you all.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Yes,
Bye.
happy Valentine's Day, guys.